Yo, I just want to get on here tonight and share with y'all something the Lord kind of put on me to share. So, I was listening to Matthew chapter 22, right, verse 14, and I don't know if you do this, but I think it's really effective to like listen to a chapter from one of the Gospels every day, because Jesus says, "If you abide in my word, you are my disciples indeed." So I was listening to Matthew chapter 22, right? You don't have to do it. I'm just recommending it. But I was listening to Matthew chapter 22, right? And verse 14, it says, "For many are called, but few are chosen." And this is the parable of the wedding feast, right? And we know, if you're familiar with it, like basically there's a king who has a feast and he invites a bunch of people, but these people who he invites, every single one of them has like an excuse of why they can't come. So by them not coming, he sends his servants to go out and literally like anywhere and everywhere to get people to come to that feast, right? And what I think "for many are called, but few are chosen" means, like, look at it, right? The master, he calls people, right? He calls everyone, right? He calls everyone. He calls everyone. Some don't answer the call. Some don't come to his wedding feast, right? But some do. And but few are chosen, what that means is like God, he doesn't pick out people who he wants. No. I believe, for many are called, but few are chosen. The chosen ones are those whom God calls and they answer the call. He gives them an opportunity to come and follow him. He has someone share the gospel with them, or he reveals himself to you. Whatever the case may be, he gives you an opportunity to follow him. And I believe being a chosen one is God calling, God asking you to come and follow him, and you come and follow him. And like even in Matthew chapter 24, right, when Jesus is talking about the end times, in verse 14 again, Jesus says, "And this gospel of the kingdom will be proclaimed throughout the whole world as a testimony to all nations, and then the end will come." Not when the gospel is proclaimed to just Israel, Jerusalem. No, when it's proclaimed in all the world, when everyone hears the gospel. Obviously, if you tell a 2-year-old the gospel, they can't understand it. But the called and the chosen ones, those are who God calls, are the ones who can actually understand what he's saying, or what he's using someone else to say to them. Someone who can actually understand it. But the gospel will be proclaimed throughout the whole world. Everyone who can understand it, who can receive it, has a chance. It's presented with the opportunity to follow Jesus. Now, you're a chosen one if you accept that, but many are called. You're just called. You didn't really answer the call, And just because like, and we say God is all knowing, right? He knows everything. He knows if there's gonna be a tomorrow. He knows, he has their entire life. He has the plan of their entire life in front of him, right? But I think just because God knows, he knows he knows whether if he calls them, if they're gonna answer or not, right? He knows that that's what they will choose, but it's not because he's making them choose it. They have a free will decision, and he knows that by their free will decision, they're going to choose to not answer that call, but he still called them. He still gave them the opportunity. He just knew that they weren't going to answer. So I feel like the message that the Lord wanted me to share is, have you answered the call? Have you answered it, or have you not? Have you allowed him into your heart? Have you received him and believed him? Did you answer the call? I'm just leave you with that. Did you answer the call from Jesus?